Well, hello and welcome again to St Mary's Online. As ever, a particular welcome to any visitors who have joined us, and we do hope that we might get to meet you in person someday. If you would like to know more about the church and perhaps receive our regular correspondence, then do get in touch with me. We will be opening the building this afternoon for private prayer. We have a very beautiful but small building, so numbers will be quite restricted and we're only opening for an hour. There is an option to also walk around the church woodland too, keeping 2 metres apart, of course. If you are a visitor online and you would live locally and you might like to come, then of course you would be very welcome. It might be an idea to get in touch with me first so that I can share details with you that have been sent out to our regular church members. We have a particular concern to show care for anyone who is deemed to be vulnerable under the government guidelines, either by age or health condition. And so we would encourage anyone falling into that category not to come along to the private prayer session. That feels so sad to be saying. I'm so sorry, because the last thing we want to do is to be asking people to keep away. But what we're really looking forward to is the time when we can all gather back together. And the last thing I want to do is do anything that's going to help in spreading this virus or in delaying that return. So please, out of love and care, we ask that you take really good care of yourself and stay safe. I've come outside today in this glorious weather because we're going to be thinking in our service today about creation and care for our planet. Today is the last in our series about building a better world, and the theme is greater imagination, recognising how creatively people have responded to the present crisis and considering whether that same creativity and incentive to action could be applied to other crises, and particularly that of climate change that our planet is facing. It's a big subject. All our themes have been these past weeks, but I think it's good to recognise that change doesn't just come from the top down, from the big policy makers. Very often it begins at grassroots. It's those little changes that make a difference, and all of us can be taking small steps to make a difference to our world. Now, last week I shared with you a picture, some paintings from Penny, and I'm delighted this week that Jilly has sent me a picture. So if I can just show that up to the camera, what Jilly says is, "It's imperfectly executed, but this embodies my hope for the future, a new dawn, the opportunity to look at what we have that is of value and to rebuild a better world." And the first step, I would say, in building a better world is to remember that it belongs to God and to turn to Him in worship and prayer. And so that's just what we're going to do now. I invite you to join in with the words on the screen in the opening responses. We begin together. Praise the Lord, my soul. Praise the Lord. O Lord, my God, how great you are. You have set the earth firmly on its foundations, and it will never be moved. From the sky you send rain on the hills, and the earth is filled with your blessings. You make grass grow for the cattle, and plants for us to use, wine to make us happy, and bread to give us strength. Lord, you have made so many things. How wisely you made them all. I will sing to the Lord all my life. As long as I live, I will sing praises to my God. Praise the Lord, my soul. Praise the Lord. Those words came from Psalm 104, and we're going to be singing a hymn now that speaks of God's splendour seen in all creation.